Hey guys, we're here again. We're here again. My hair is sticking out kind of way. What's happening here? Don't worry. Don't you worry. I'm going to be getting a haircut soon, so don't worry. I probably need to get some reindeer ears and stick it up here or attach it to my headset so I can have some reindeer ears. What do they call it? Antlers, not ears. It's antlers, okay? It's antlers. I'm saying reindeer ears. It's not reindeer ears. That's not their ears. It's antlers. All right, so this is Corinne Lafon. We are nearing the end of this 12 days countdown series. Today is day 2, and tomorrow will be day 1, which is Christmas Eve. So if you are new here, watching live, listening live, you are joining me in the 12 days countdown to Christmas, You Know When series. Just sharing some tips, tidbits on my life's experience. So far, just little things, nothing much, but it may be helpful to you. It may be helpful to you or to someone that you know. So don't think about yourself alone. It may be helpful to someone that you know. So I'm here to just share, and you'll get rid of me soon. You just have today, next few minutes, and tomorrow, and then voila, until sometime in the new year, I think. You'll see me again. I'll give you some space. I like to give people space. So feel free to watch back to the previous sessions. So today it will be 10 days past, 10 days past, and look back at the previous sessions to see what I shared, what value I brought to you if you think it's valuable. Please feel free to like, share, comment. This is being streamed live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. What did I say? Live, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Yes, I think I said that right. I thought I said one thing twice. So just feeling a little bit tired, but this thing is pushing me to make sure that I show up for you. Whether you show up for me, it doesn't matter. But I must show up for me and show up for you. You don't have to show up for me, but I show up for me because I set a task, I set a activity, I set a goal that I'm going to do this. So I need to show up for me. Whether you show up for me or not, doesn't matter. It will be nice. So if you don't show up for me, that's okay. I'm not going to cry, thank God. I'm not going to wither away, thank God. So you may catch this on the replay, and that's fine. Again, feel free to like, share, comment, and you can watch it once you're connected to me. Or if somebody share it from on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So we're going to go into a very topical one here today. I wasn't planning to share this one, but it's been resting on me. On the you know when. This is something I think I need to write about because it is that significant. I'm just going to give you a bit of a taste, and then I may have a bit more of a discussion or probably just an article, a longer form article on it that you can read. I may do that, but not so sure. Still praying about it. But I'll give you a taste today. So, do you know when? Let me first make sure that you guys are hearing me. I keep forgetting to do that. Let me just make sure that you guys are hearing me. Yes, you are hearing me. Wonderful. And that's a good thing that you can hear me. So, you know when. You know when not to work for a company. And I started off that way because a lot of us are seeking employment. We are looking, but you have to remember that when you're seeking employment and you have to research the company, that's what they recommend, research the company. But sometimes the research comes to you, sometimes based on certain things, which I will share a little bit more in a bit. But when you get to know how the company works in the sense of their culture, values, attitudes, their values, it comes out. Just like any relationship, people can't hide. Organizations are just entities, buildings, physical structures that can't do anything. It's the people that make it up. That's what an organization is about. It's the people that make it up. Not the building, not the location, not any of that. That is just the physical entity, but it's the people. And it's the people that causes the problem, and it's the people that demonstrates or supposed to implement the value. So when you see certain things happening, or you are a part or a part of an interaction with them and you see it, take note, don't ignore. So you know when not to work for a company or even recommend them. When you are just receiving a response that you are not qualified and ineligible. So you're not only unqualified, you're ineligible for a job 2.5 years later after applying for said job. Here is the question: who really is unqualified and ineligible? I know that's a lot to take in, so I'll repeat it again. You know when not to work for a company or even recommend them. And I'm going to paraphrase what I'm saying so that you could soak it in. You applied for a job 2.5 years before, and they're now responding to you 2.5 years later to tell you that you are unqualified and ineligible for that job. So who really is unqualified and ineligible? 2.5 years people, or 2+ years people? Why take you 2+ years to respond to an applicant? Why? What does that say about you? And then the responder will put their name on it. It will be on letterhead. I am like, really? Now the reason why this is so personal to me is because that is exactly what happened to me. And I sat there, I was like, really? And then to tell me I'm unqualified and ineligible. You know what that means? First to begin, why would I apply for something that I don't think I qualify for? That makes no sense to me. Most of the time, people will apply for things and they know they have the qualifications and experience for. Or even if they don't, they will say, look, I recognize I don't have it. And they do a cold, what you call a cold call or cold call application, where they will indicate that they're looking for a job, entry level, and this is what they have. But nobody in their right mind is going to apply for something, see the requirements, and apply for it knowing that they don't have the qualification. So that's the first thing. So to say that somebody is unqualified is wrong. And to say, even to use the word unqualified, the wording of the letter, to use the word unqualified is speaking to the person's credibility. What do you mean I'm unqualified? Unqualified for what? Who are you to say what I'm qualified for? Unqualified. And then to add more salt to the injury, you say ineligible. I think I looked up that word. I can't remember what it means, but I'm going to encourage you to Google it. When they say an eligible bachelor, it means somebody who has the character traits, all the boxes are ticked. So when you're ineligible, it means that you're just not worthy to even talk to even correspond with, to even look at. You're ineligible. You're a pleb. You're, you're insignificant. You're nobody. That's what they say. You're ineligible. Yeah. So besides being unqualified, which means you just what you think you're doing, you're applying for a job that you ain't even qualified for, and then you're just not worthy. Nobody's going to look at you or select you. You're not worthy of selection. No, I don't even know if that is called a double whammy. Because a double whammy, you could still swallow that. But that is so disrespectful and unprofessional and reflects so badly on the organization. They have no idea. And the thing about it is, they did not even have the balls, I will say balls. The proper word would be cojones, but it's balls. To indicate in the letter how long ago the application was submitted. They should have said, thank you for whatever is submitting your application. Then 2019, they didn't. They already feel so bad, or they should, but they're not going to do that because they're covering themselves. I don't know why they need to cover themselves because as an applicant myself, I know when I applied, I'm not stupid. It's in the email. Thank God for email. People use email. Forget this WhatsApp thing as a way of a formal way of communication. Email is the way to go. As much as people saying it's outdated, it is here to stay. Email is a formal, professional way to communicate that has a paper trail with date and timestamp. Okay, don't play with it. WhatsApp, people could delete, people could manipulate, people could. You cannot do that with email. Okay, once you're in a professional context or you're talking to someone that you feel kind of hazy on that, email. Okay, so I don't understand. They did not put that in the letter to say, well, 2.5 years ago you applied and we want to thank you for submitting your application and so on and so forth. No, you're unqualified and ineligible. Sad, sad. And it's a government institution. Even sadder. I had to say that. Sorry, but that's the truth. It looked bad. It feel bad. Not for me, for them. Because my question is, who is unqualified and ineligible? And how dare you put your name to such a thing? Your own signature and name to such a thing on behalf of that organization and call yourself an executive what officer or whatever it is to pen such words. No, I have a master's in human resource development. I'm not saying that to boast. I am trained in public relations and communications, as I've mentioned before. Even if I didn't have that, there is a way. There is a way to communicate with people. There is a way to correspond with people professionally, even if it's not professionally all the time. Customer service, how you interact, there is a way. So this is an example, people, and there are many more. Believe me, there are many more that just have no respect, and it is not a place to work for. So don't think you may be desperate, quote unquote, desperate for a job, and you want to take any and anything. And when you get in there, you realize the environment that you're in. And I'm not trying to shoot down anybody. It happens to everyone. So I'm not saying anything that each one of us hasn't been through, right? But please be cautious. I'm saying this to the organizations. Please, please step up on your professionalism. Do something about it. It doesn't look good on you. Okay. I don't know what you have to do. Well, I know what you have to do. You're not, if you were to hire me, I would deal with it. But you're not hiring me, so it will stay that way, and people will always have a bad impression. Not because you still see you're in the black. If you're making a profit or whatever it is, you're in the black, or you're still existing, or people still walking through your doors, or whatever it is, or you're a state institution, I mean to say, you could get away with it. Unprofessional. So when applicants are applying, please keep that in mind. Watch all these things. Follow them in the media if you can. Watch how they interact, how they respond. Of course, they watch us on social media as the applicant. Check our profile. You check theirs. Don't think it's a one-way street. That because you need a job, or you want a job, or you desire to work there, you always look up to that place, you want to work there, that you will just take any and anything. Look at it, you are to assess them as well as they're evaluating you. Same way, it's a symbiotic relationship. So that is one place, and people may watch this at some point in time, or they may be watching it now or listening and may want to know, who is that? Who is that? The focus is not a matter who is that, who is that. I'm not going to name them. I could have called them out, just like many people do on social media, but it's not the professional thing to do. I could have done it. And I see how long it took me to speak about this. I didn't even want to, but I brought it up as one of the things that we need to learn and understand about ourselves, even our self-worth. It speaks about our self-worth. Just taking any and anything and feeling we need to, going into something and we end up feeling trapped, or we can't get out of, or we're here to stay, or whatever. Assess them as well as they're assessing you. Okay? I mention it because it is a very significant tip. I know people are out there looking, searching, including myself, for employment, whatever it is, opportunities. But follow, like I keep saying, your intuition, pray, and be objective, and don't come from a place of desperation and neediness. It is going to carry you on the up and downhill battle. Don't let your emotions take you over. Follow your intuition, look at it objectively, step aside, and look at it from a different angle. And you will see it for what it is. And people show themselves up, they cannot hide. Organizations show themselves up just like people, because organizations are people. It's not the building, it's the people. Now, I've gone a bit over time. I want to end it here. If you have any comments, please don't ask me who it is. I'm not going to tell you. It's not about making them, who are calling them out or whatever, like people do. I don't do those things. You would notice on my Facebook and social media, where I don't do those things. Okay? I don't do those things. So I kept it general because it is something to learn from. You know when to take action. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for spending this time with me. See you back here for the final day in the series of the 12 days countdown to Christmas. You know when. Tomorrow, please God, same time, same place. For 15 minutes maximum. I went a little over time today. Sorry about that. On Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So thank you so much. Please like, comment, share. I would love to get your feedback. And have a great evening. I know people may be on the road at this time, shopping, being busy, doing what they have to do. Please be safe out there. Remember, COVID is still out there, and whatever else, Omicron, Ovicron, whatever is the name, I don't know, whatever. Just be safe. Stopping, you know all the things you need to do, just do it. Okay? All the health protocols, all what you need to do to protect yourself and your family. Please don't take anything for granted. Sending you love. Have a great evening, and I'll see you here. If you want to spend 15 minutes with me on Christmas Eve, I'll appreciate it. If not, I'm sure you will watch the replay. So see you then. Have a great evening.